Yo, what is up? So in this tutorial, we're gonna go ahead and start working on our face menu. So when you click on the face button here, it'll bring up this menu, and depending on, these buttons, later on when we get our faces set, you can like take a picture of your face and then set your different faces as the, the image, or you could just set a text here or something and set a cool little background or something. It's really up to you how you want to do it. But depending on if you're male or female, this will bring up a different menu. So if you're male, it'll bring up these buttons that are male faces that you can choose. And then if you're female, it'll bring up female faces that you can choose. So yeah, let's just hop into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop into our main menu level. Alright, so let's hop into our blueprints, widgets, main menu widget. And what we're gonna do in here, let's click on our border here, our skin color border. We're just gonna hide that for now. And we're gonna find our age type border. We're gonna set that one visible. We're gonna duplicate this border here. And on the border, we're gonna go ahead and set it to be the same position as our other border. So let's just figure out what that position is, 725. Okay, so click on your border. Set it to 725, set the position Y to 0. And let's see, we're gonna delete the buttons out of here, the size box there, that button. Actually, we're gonna delete like everything except the scroll box. So everything up to the scroll box you can just delete, compile, and save. And we're gonna go ahead and rename this to be male face type border. And then the next border, we're gonna rename that to be male face type scroll box border. Then the scroll box, we're gonna rename that to be male face type scroll box. And we're gonna compile and save. And what we want to do in here, let's go ahead and grab us a horizontal box. We're going to pull this down onto the scroll box. And on that horizontal box, we're going to right click on it. We're going to wrap it with a size box. And then on the size box, we're going to do a height override of say 130. Yeah, about 130. And also on the padding, we're going to give it like 10, 20 padding on the top. Something like that. And let's go ahead and rename this size box to be male face type size box underscore 1, because we'll have more than one of these. Then on the horizontal box, we'll call this male face type horizontal box underscore 1. And we'll compile and save. Then we're going to grab us a button. And we're going to pull this button onto the horizontal box. And we're going to click on that button. We're going to right click. We're going to wrap that with a size box. And then on the size box, we're going to do a width override of say, let's try 100 and 120. Yeah, about 120. Then on the horizontal box, we're going to click on that. We're going to give it some padding. Let's say 20 on the left and 20 on the right, like that. And then on the buttons, we're also going to give that some padding all around. Let's say like 5 padding on the button. Then we're going to go to the size box of the button. We're going to call this male face button underscore or a male face button size box. And let me fix that capital right there, that's gonna bug me. Size box underscore 1. Then we're gonna go to the button. We're gonna call this male face button underscore 1, like that. And then we're gonna go up to the size box and we're just gonna duplicate it. And then we're going to duplicate the new one right here. And we're gonna go up to the horizontal box, and you can on the horizontal alignment you can center that, and it'll center it up like that. So compile and save, and then on the horizontal size box here, we're just going to duplicate that, and that'll give us another row of our buttons here, and everything there should be good to go. So let's go up to the male face type border, and we're just going to duplicate the whole thing, and this will be our female menu. So same thing, we're going to set it to the same position, in which I believe was 725. Position Y to 0, like that. And now we just want to rename this stuff to, make sure I'm on the right one, down here. We're going to rename this stuff. This border is going to be female face type border. The scroll box border, we're going to rename that to female face type scroll box border. The scroll box, we're going to rename this to female face type scroll box. And then on this size box here, we're going to rename this. We're going to give it an _1, and we're going to call it female face type size box. And then we're going to go to the horizontal box, and we're going to give this an _1, and we're going to call this female face type horizontal box. Then we're going to go to the next size box, and we're going to give this an _1. We're going to call this female face button size box. And then we're going to go to the button. Looks like I messed up the face on all of those. That'll be okay. We're going to give this one an _1. And we're going to call this female face. Let me go ahead and fix that right there. Face button 1. Then we're going to go to the size box of the next one. We're going to give that an _2. And we're going to call this female face button size box. Then we're going to go to the button, and we're going to give that one an _2. Let me fix that face there. And we're going to call this female face button _2. We're going to go to the next size box. We're going to give this an _3. And we're going to call this female face button size box. Then we're going to go to the button. We're going to give this one an _3. And we're going to call this female face button 3. Let me fix that face right there. We're going to go to the next size box, and we're going to give this an _2, because this is our size box of the whole row. Then we're going to go back and call this female face type size box. Then we're going to go to the horizontal box. We're going to give this an _2. We're going to call this female face type horizontal box. Then we're going to go to the button size box right here. We're going to give that an _4. We're going to call this female face button size box 4. Then we're going to go to the button, and we're going to give that an _4. And we're going to call this female face button. Let me fix that face right there. And then we're going to go to the next size box. We're going to give this an _5. Whoops, let me fix that. _5. And we're going to call this female face button size box 5. Then we're going to go to the button. We're going to give this an _5. Whoops, did that again. _5. Call this female face. Let me fix my face there. Button 5. Then we're going to go to the size box, and we're going to give this an _6. And we're going to call this female face button size box 6. And then we're going to go to the button, And we're gonna give this an _6, and we're gonna call this female face button 6, and that should be good. We can just check on our border, make sure it is variable, and it should already be set to hidden. Yeah, because we duplicated. Okay, so now we just want to do the on click. So click on our face here, our face button, and then we're gonna go down. Well, make sure you're on the button. Click on the button, and then we're gonna go down to the on clicked here, and let's go ahead and do what we're gonna do here. So I'm just gonna scroll up to our age button on clicked and copy all of this right here. Copy that. Then I'm gonna paste that in. And we want to do a few checks here though. And let's see. So we don't want to set this boolean. And I'm gonna set this play sound in front of the set visibility, because depending on if we're male or female, we're gonna be setting the different menus to be visible. And let's just close this. So let's do a check. Grab a branch, press B on your keyboard and click. And we'll set this right here after the play sound. And if it's true, we're going to set something visible, not this age type border. We're going to set our just type in face type, female face type border or male face type border. So since we duplicated these, they're in the age category, so we're just going to make a new category here called face type. And I'm going to set this to be at the face type category as well, like that. And so what we want to do here, let's grab a player ref, get player ref, and we're going to get player stats. And we're gonna see is male, and plug that in. We're gonna check if we are male, and if we are male, we want to set our male face type border to be visible. And if we're not male, we want to set our female face type border to be visible. And we want to do some boolean stuff in the front here. So let's see, what do we want to set? Let's go to our booleans. Let's open our booleans here. We want to set our detailed appearance open. Just copy that boolean there. We want to set that to be false. And we're going to make a new boolean. So just copy one of these. Duplicate one, and we're going to call this face type menu open, and we're going to pull this in. We're going to set it, let's just make some room here. We're going to set that to be true because we are on our face types here, and that should be all we need to do. So let's just compile and save, and we'll give that a little test real quick. So play, new game, vagabond, detailed appearance, face, and it opens the menu. And that's what we want. And let's do the same check for if we're female. We can't tell the difference yet, but since we're doing a check, oops, not that, face, and it opens. So yeah, that's exactly what we want. So yeah, so we're gonna call it here. For the next one, we're gonna actually instead of starting on what these buttons do, I think we're gonna go ahead and make us a little button in the corner, because normally on character creators, especially when you're doing like detailed appearance stuff like this, usually you have the option to move closer to your character. So we're just gonna make a button that we can click, and we'll make a new camera where we can transition and get a closer look at your character's face and stuff. And we'll make a button where we can transition back to our other camera as well. So yeah, we're gonna call it here for this one. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're new around here, definitely subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know those down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.